So good evening, students. So my name is Shivaram. So I'm a maths faculty in CFAL. So handling the JE batches. So currently we'll discuss the mock test which we have conducted today, right? I hope the questions were easy. Right? We are from CFAL. We are conducting few test series. So CET is on the way. Within few days we'll be having CET exam. So for practicing CETs we'll be conducting mock tests regularly, right? There will be 2 subjects per day, right? Every day there will be 2 tests, either part tests or full tests. Okay. So based on the test we'll be having discussions each and every day. Okay. It would be very, very helpful if you it will be very helpful for you if you attend the discussion classes, right? Yes. So we'll start our class. Okay. So any doubts do you have in any of the questions? So if you don't have any, please tell me if you have any doubts. So that any particular question, if you have any doubts, so that I can discuss it with you. You can put it in chat. So what are the discussions you have? Okay, fine. Nothing. So let me pick some questions. Few questions I have decided to discuss. So I'll pick some questions so we can discuss those questions, right? Okay. So the questions were easy, right? Almost every questions were very easy. We didn't have any problem with the difficult. They are of the CET level itself, right? Okay. I was planning to discuss the third question first, right? If a straight line 3x plus 4y plus 5 plus k into x plus 2y minus 3 is equals to 0 is parallel to x-axis, then the value of k is dash, right? So let's see how to do this question. Quite simple. Okay, there is no much difficulty here. So let me copy this question from here, right? So copy yes, so paste the question here. Yes, so the pasting is done. So if a straight line 3x plus 4y plus 5 plus k into x plus 2y minus 3 is equals to 0 is parallel to x-axis, then the value of k. So how do we do this? Very simple. So first thing is we need to convert it to the form of y is equals to mx plus c, right? So where m is the slope. So we know that when the line is parallel to x-axis, the slope will be equals to just 0, right? So let's see that. So I'll separate the x terms together. I'll put x terms together and y terms together. So this will be 3 plus k into x plus 4 plus 2k into y plus 5 minus 3k is equals to 0, right? I have just rearranged the term. That's it. Nothing else I did. So I just rearrange the terms. This is what I have got, right? So now let me convert it to the form of y is equals to mx plus c, right? So let's see what can be done. So 4 plus 2k into y will be equals to minus 3 plus k into x, okay? So plus 3k minus 5, as I took everything to the other side, so I got this one. So which implies y will be equals to minus 3 plus k into x divided by 4 plus 2k, okay? So plus 3k minus 5 divided by 4 plus 2k. Is that correct? Simple. Okay. Now the next thing is therefore the slope of the line will be equals to minus of 3 plus k divided by 4 plus 2k, right? The slope of the line is 0. We know that whenever the line is parallel to x-axis, the slope of the line will be equals to just 0, right? So to make it 0, so this will be equals to 0, so which implies the value of k should be equals to minus 3. There is no other options for value of k, right? So option B is correct. So value of k is equals to minus 3. I hope this is clear, right? Okay. So if you have any doubts, please sir, solve straight lines problems. Okay, yeah, that's what I was solving. So can you tell me which particular problem you want? Srinidhi, could you please tell me which particular problem you wanted? Okay, so if not, then I can continue, right? So once again, see the fifth problem. Okay, if the line 3x plus 14y plus 7 plus k into 5x plus 7y plus 6 is equals to 0 is parallel to y-axis, then the value of k is dash. Once again, it is parallel to y-axis, the same logic follows, right? So it is parallel to y-axis, so the slope will be equals to infinity. It is of the form 1 by 0, the denominator will be 0. Thus, you can use this idea to solve the fifth problem. Okay, yes. So next, let me go to the next problem. So that is, I hope this is clear, right? Any doubts you have, please feel free to ask with me if you have any doubts. Straight line problems are very simple compared to our trigonometric problems. Okay, so especially CET level problems, it is very simple. Okay, yes. So let me solve the 13th problem now. The acute angle between the lines x plus my is equals to 1 plus m and x minus y plus m into x plus y is equals to 2m is. So cut this question, copy. So let me paste this. Just paste it. Acute angle between the lines x plus my is equals to 1 plus m as well as x minus y plus m into x plus y is equals to 2m is dash. So let's look into it. How can we do this problem? Okay. So we know that what is the angle between acute angle between two lines. So if you have two lines, then the acute angle between the two lines, the tan of the angle is given by tan theta is given by modulus of. Okay. So if you have slopes of two lines, so this is m2 minus m1. m1 and m2 are the slopes of two lines divided by 1 plus m1 into m2, right? So this is our tan theta. So now let's try to find the slope. How do we find the slope? So we can find the slope using our once again we can convert it to the form of y is equals to mx plus c, right? So let me convert it to that particular form. So we have the first equation is x plus my is equals to 1 plus m. The second equation is x minus y plus m into x plus y is equals to 2m. This is the second equation, right? So now here, if I convert it to the form of y is equals to mx plus c, where m is so I can write, so y will be equals to minus x by m plus 1 plus m divided by m, right? So this particular equation here, so I have to rearrange the things. So if I take x common, this will be x into 1 plus m, so plus y into m minus 1 will be equals to 2m, so which implies y will be equals to minus of 1 plus m into x divided by m minus 1 plus 2m divided by m minus 1. So we have converted to the form of y is equals to mx plus c, right? Now we can write the equation, that is so the slope of the first line, so m1 will be equals to just minus 1 by m and m2 will be equals to just minus of 1 plus m divided by m minus 1. So this will be the slope of the second line. Now apply just the formula tan theta is equals to m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. So tan theta will be equals to magnitude of m2, that is 1 plus m divided by 1 minus m. I have just to ignore this minus sign, I have just written here the denominator to be 1 minus m. Okay, so make this minus to be positive here. I have written here 1 minus m. It is not a problem for us. So this is 1 minus m. So m2 minus m1 plus 1 by m whole divided by 1. So m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. So this will be just 1 plus m divided by m into m minus 1, its magnitude. Is that okay? Fine. I hope this is clear, right? So this will be equals to just m, I'll just take the LCM. So if after taking the LCM, this is m into 1 plus m, so plus 1 minus m whole divided by m into 1 minus m divided by m into m minus 1 plus 1 plus m divided by m into m minus 1, its magnitude. Okay, fine. So many things gets cancelled here, these two things get cancelled. So let us simplify this. This will be equals to just m plus m square plus 1 minus m divided by m square minus m plus 1 plus m. So happily many things gets cancelled here, right? So ultimately we'll get this to be equals to 1. So what it implies? So which tan theta is 1, which means that theta will be equals to just pi by 4. Is that okay? Fine. So we had this particular acute angle. So the acute angle means it will be less than 90 degrees. So acute angle between the lines will be equals to just pi by 4. I hope this is clear, right? So if you have any doubts, please put it in chat. Okay. Yes. So we'll go to the next problem. Okay. I hope the doubt is clear. If you have any particular question, please put it in chat so that I can discuss that question. Okay, fine. So let me discuss now the 15th question. Okay. The lines p minus q into x plus q minus r into y plus r minus p is equals to 0 and q minus r into x plus r minus p into y plus p minus q is equals to 0, r minus p into x plus p minus q into y plus q minus r is equals to 0 forms what? Is it an equilateral triangle? Form an isosceles triangle? Concurrent? Form a right angle triangle? This question looks very, very complicated, but the solution is very simple. Okay. So let's copy this. Let's copy this. Let's copy this question. Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. So we have 3 particular lines, right? So what can be done with this particular problem? How can we solve this problem? It looks very complicated once again, but very simple. So what I am going to do is I will consider first 2 equations, p minus q into x plus q minus r into y plus r minus p is equals to 0, as well as one more equation. The second equation is q minus r into x plus r minus p into y plus p minus q is equals to 0. So this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is the first equation and this is the second equation. So let's see. So what I am going to do is I will add the first equation with the second equation. I will do just 1 plus 2, right? So if I do 1 plus 2, what I am going to get is so if you observe this properly, okay, I will write the first equation, px minus qx plus qy minus ry plus r minus p. Okay, I am adding this with the second equation, plus qx minus rx plus ry minus py plus p minus q is equals to 0. Now you can see that many terms gets cancelled, right? So qx is cancelled with qx, as well as ry is cancelled with ry, right? And p is cancelled with p here. So what equation you are going to get? So you will be going to get, so you are going to get is, that is p minus r into x, okay, plus q minus P into Y plus R minus Q is equals to 0. Right? What is this equation now? Can you see this with the third equation? The third equation is nothing but exactly there is some sign change. So third equation is nothing but minus of this, right? So third equation is nothing but just minus of this. So this is same as actually third equation. So just by adding the first equation and second equation, I am getting the third equation. So what it means? What it means? It means that the lines are concurrent. Okay. So the option 3 is correct. Is that okay? Yes, good, fine. So we'll move on to the next question. Okay, so we have done the 15th question. So let's go for the 21st question. One more nice question. Area enclosed by the coordinate axis and the lines passing through the points 8, minus 3 as well as minus 4, 12 is dash. Okay, so let's see how to do this problem. Yes, I have copied. I'll paste it here. Okay. Area enclosed by the coordinate axis and the line passing through the points 8, minus 3 and minus 4, 12 is dash. Okay. So let's see. Right. So let me draw first of all a straight line here. So let's see the graphically what it is happening. Okay, so minus 4, 12 is the point somewhere here. Okay, so this is say minus 4, 12 and 8, minus 3 is the point somewhere here. This particular point is 8, okay, so this particular point is 8, minus 3. 8, minus 3 is this particular point. So we have a straight line which joins these two, right? There is a straight line which joins these two. And now what question is they have asked is the area enclosed by the coordinate axis. Basically they are asking for this particular area. What is this area they are asking? That's it. So if you are able to answer that, so basically if you find this height and this breadth, you can apply the formula half into base into height, right? So just try to find what is this point, what is the height, these 2 points. So what are those? Those are nothing but just y-intercepts as well as the x-intercepts, right? So you can find it easily, right? So let me first of all, the first thing is what I am going to do is I am just finding the equation of two lines. So whenever we have 2 points, we know how to find the equation of line, right? So the equation of the line is whenever 2 points is given is y minus y1 is equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1, right? So you can take x, you can choice, you can make your own choice of y2s as well as x2s, y1 and x1s. So okay, so y minus 12 will be equals to minus 3 minus 12 divided by, okay, 8 plus 4. This is minus of minus 4, that is plus 4 into x minus x1. So x plus 4. Is that okay? So I have made the choice of y1 to be 12, so x1 to be equals to plus 4, okay, minus 4. Okay. So y minus 12 will be equals to minus 15 divided by 12 into x plus 4. So which implies, okay, so this is 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. This is y minus 12 will be equals to 5 by 4 into x plus, okay, 5 by 4 into x plus just 5. So this which implies y will be equals to 5 by 4 into x plus 12 plus 5 is just 17. So this is the equation of the line, right? So this is the equation of the y is equals to 5 by 4x plus 12. Now to find this one, this point is nothing but just y-intercept, right? This is just y-intercept. So the coordinates of these points are 0 as well as y. So you put just the value of y to be 0, value of x to be 0, you will get the y coordinate. So the y coordinate you will be getting to be equals to 17 here. And what is the x coordinate you will be getting? So just put x is equals to 0. Just put x is equals to 0 here. So what you will be getting? If you put y is equals to 0, you will be getting the value of, that is 5 by 4 x will be equals to minus 17. So which implies x is equals to minus 17 into 4 divided by 5, that is equals to 8, 4 ones are 60, minus 68 by 5. Value of x will be minus 68 by 5. I think we have done some calculation error in between. Okay. So the calculation error, let's see what we have done. So once again, y minus y1 is equals to, okay, so y minus 12 is equals to is it? Our tests are actually difficult. Okay, fine. If you write this test, you can do very good in CETs. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's verify. Minus 3 minus 12 divided by x plus 4 into x plus 4. Correct. So y minus 12 is equals to minus 15 by 12 into x plus 4. X minus x. Y minus 12 is equals to 5 by 4 into x. Okay. This will be. There is one problem here. This was minus and this was also minus 5. Okay, we made that mistake, and so from here everything got wrong, right? So this is which implies y minus 12 will be equals to, sorry, y will be equals to minus 5 by 4x plus minus 12 minus 5 is just 7. Just find the y-intercepts as well as x-intercepts. So what we have calculated, y-intercept, there was some sign error. Okay. So put x is equals to 0, what you will get? You will get y value of y to be equals to 7, right? Put y is equals to 0, which implies value of x will be equals to how much it is? That is minus 5 by 4 into x will be equals to minus 7, which implies, okay, sorry, which implies value of x will be equals to 28 by 5. Okay. Now just apply half into base into height. So what answer we will be getting? That will be our answer. Just calculate the y-intercept as well as x-intercept, you will get the answer. Okay, is that okay? I hope this is clear. Any more? So okay, fine. So this is 2 ones are 2, 1, 4. So 14 into 7. So 28 to carry 98 by 5. So the answer will be equals to just 98 by 5. I hope this is clear. Any doubts do you have? Yes, fine. If that is clear, then we can move to the next question. Okay. So the next question is of the question number so 25. We'll go for the 25th question. No, 26th question. Very interesting. If sin x plus cosecant x is equals to 2, okay, then what is the value of sin power 8x plus cosecant power 8x? What is the value of sin power 8x plus cosecant power 8x? What we can do? So let's see. Okay, let's cut this problem. Okay, cut it here. Paste it here. Okay. Sin x plus cosecant x is equals to 2, then sin power 8x plus cosecant power 8x is equals to dash. See, one thing you have to observe here is that when sin x plus cosecant x will be equals to 2, what strategy we can use? So one nice thing is coming here is, we know that arithmetic mean is always greater than or equals to geometric mean, right? Arithmetic mean is always greater than or equals to geometric mean. So now if you see that and when arithmetic mean will be equals to geometric mean, the minimum value of arithmetic mean will be equals to geometric mean. That is, what I am trying to tell is a plus b by 2 is always greater than or equals to square root of ab, right? Arithmetic mean is a plus b by 2 and it's always greater than or equals to square root of ab. This we have learned in our sequence and series chapter, right? So when a plus b, now the question is when a plus b by 2 will be equals to square root of ab. When this will happen? This will happen only if a is equals to b. Okay, so the minimum value of arithmetic mean will be equals to geometric mean only when a will be equals to b. This you have learned in our PU classes, right? So therefore, so now let's see what is the minimum value of sin x plus cosecant x. Now our aim is to calculate what is the minimum value of this particular expression. So we know that sin x plus cosecant x divided by 2 is always greater than or equals to square root of sin x into cosecant x, right? This is always true because of our AM/GM inequality. What is sin x into cosecant x? We know that sin x into cosecant x is equals to 1. So this is equals to 1. So which implies sin x plus cosecant x is always greater than or equals to 2. This is always greater than or equals to 2. Okay. So when it is equality, when it is equal, when the value of x will be equals to, when this will be equals to 2 is the question. When sin x is equals to 1 as well as cosecant x is equals to 1, that is x will be equals to pi by 2. That is, or in other words, sin x is equals to cosecant x. When sin x is equals to cosecant x, only when x is equals to pi by 2. Okay. So therefore, our question was what is sin x power 8 and cosecant x power 8? So which implies, so sin x will be equals to just 1 and cosecant x is also equals to 1. So the answer for the question is, question is sin x power 8 plus cosecant cosecant 8x will be equals to just 2. Answer will be equals to 2. I hope this is clear. Is that okay? Please feel free to interact in the chat. Okay. Yes. If that is okay, so we'll move to the next question. That is 29th question. We'll go to 29th question. If sin theta plus cosecant theta are roots of px square plus qx plus r is equals to 0, then q square minus p square is equals to dash. I have copied this question. Pasted it here. Let's see. Okay. If sin theta and cos theta are roots of px square plus qx plus r is equals to 0, then q square minus p square is equals to dash. Okay, fine. So we know this is a quadratic equation. We know the relation between the sum of the roots as well as the products of the roots, right? So let's see. We know sin theta plus cos theta will be equals to minus q by p, right? Sin theta plus cos theta will be equals to minus q by p, and the product of the roots sin theta into cos theta will be equals to r by p. This rule we know, right? So using this rule, we need to find the values of q square minus p square. So this equation implies that, okay, p into sin theta plus cos theta will be equals to minus q, right? Okay, fine. So therefore, which implies q square will be equals to p square into sin theta plus cos theta the whole square. sin theta plus cos theta the whole square. So this will be equals to okay, now what we will do is we will substitute in our equation. So what is q square minus p square? This is what we wanted, right? So q square minus p square will be equals to p square into sin theta plus cos theta the whole square minus 1, right? So this will be equals to p square into, what is sin theta plus cos theta the whole square? That is just sin square theta plus cos square theta, sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sin theta into cos theta, right, minus 1. So this is equals to p square. What is sin square theta plus cos square theta? That is equals to just 1, right? So this will be 1 and this is already minus 1, it gets cancelled. This is just 2 sin theta into cos theta. And this we have seen. What is 2 sin theta into cos theta? We have seen already, right? So what is this? See here, sin theta into cos theta is equals to r by p. This is already we have used it. So the value of this particular expression will be p square into 2 into r by p. So p gets cancelled. So this is equals to 2p r. So the value of this particular expression will be equals to 2p r. Is that okay? I hope this is clear, right? Yes. Please, if you have any doubts, please put it in chat. Okay? Yes. And if you like these classes, please question number 28. Okay, fine. We can solve. Okay. So if you really loving this live sessions, please like these videos. Okay, and even you can subscribe these videos. Okay, subscribe our channel. Okay. So Nishant is telling to solve question number 28. What is that question number 28? Yes, 5 sin x plus 4 cos x is equals to 3 implies 4 sin x minus 5 cos x is equals to. Let's copy this question. Let's copy it. Let's paste it. Yes. Let's solve the 28th question. So we have 5 sin x plus 4 cos x is equals to 3, right? We need what is the value of 4 sin x minus 5 cos x is equals to. Okay. So I'll just square on both sides. Okay. 5 sin x plus 4 cos x the whole square I am doing. Whole square will be equals to just 9, right? So this is 25 into sin square x plus 16 into cos square x plus 5 into 4 is 20, 20 into 2 is 40, 40 sin x into cos x. So will be equals to 9, right? So this will be equals to 9. Yes. So what we wanted actually. So okay, we wanted this particular value of this particular expression, right? So what I am going to do is 4 sin x minus 5 cos x the whole square. I will do this. So this is equals to 16 into sin square x plus 25 into cos square x minus 40 into sin x into cos x. Okay. Now what I am going to do is, using this expression, I want to find the value of this particular expression. Somehow is it possible? Using the first expression, I want to find the value of the second expression. Okay. So the first expression, I will call this to be equation number 1. Okay. I will call this to be equation number 1. So from 1, what I am going to do is, I will rewrite 1 in the following way. Okay. I will rewrite the first equation in the following way. 16 sin square x. Okay. So plus 16 sin square x plus 16 cos square x plus 9 into sin square x plus 40 into sin x into cos x will be equals to 9, right? So we know that the value of this expression sin square x plus cos square x is equals to 1. So the value of this will be 16 plus 9 into sin square x plus 40 into sin x into cos x is given to be equals to 9. So if I bring it to the other side, 16, if I bring it to the other side, I am getting the value of this expression will be equals to 9 minus 16, so that is equals to minus 7. Is that okay? So 9 sine square plus 4 sine square x plus 40 into sine x into cos x will be equals to minus 7. Now what I am going to do is I am reducing this equation same as this one. I am reducing it into the same form. So what I am going to get, let's see. Okay. So let's consider this to be equation number 2, where this is our second equation. Okay. So second equation is from 2. What I am going to do is 16 sine square x plus 25 cos square x. I am writing it to be 16 cos square x plus 9 into cos square x minus 40 sin x into cos x. So this is nothing but once again 16 plus 9 into, okay, this is going down, so 9 into cos square x minus 40 into sin x into cos x. So this is 16 plus 9 cos square x. I am writing it as 9 into 1 minus sin square x minus 40 sin x into cos x, right? So cos square x I am writing it to be just 1 minus sin square x. So this is nothing but 16 plus 9 minus, now the thing is done, everything is done, 9 sin square x plus 40 into sin x into cos x. So we know the value of this expression. Value of this expression is minus 7, right? 9 sin square x plus 40 sin x into cos x is equals to minus 7. This is 16 plus 9 minus 7. So this is equals to 16 plus 9 plus 7. That will be 32. 16 plus 16, right? Yes. So that is equals to 32. Right? So this is okay. What is this? What answer we got is the whole square. That is 4 sin x minus 5 cos x the whole square. What answer we got is 4 sin x minus 5 cos x the whole square. Therefore, we should take its square root. Therefore, 4 sin x minus 5 cos x will be equals to square root of 32. That is nothing but 16 into 2. That is 4 root 2. Option B is correct. 4 root 2. Is that okay? If you have any doubts, please tell me. Good that Nishant has asked to solve this question. Yes. Okay. So we'll move on to the next question. Okay. So now we have solved question number 28. So we have already solved question number 29. Now we'll go to the question number 31. Right? Yes. If cos power 4a minus sin power 4a is equals to a, then what is the value of 1 minus a divided by 1 plus a? Let's try to solve this question now. If cos power 4a minus sin power 4a is equals to a, then the value of 1 minus a divided by 1 plus a will be equals to dash. Now let's try to solve this question. So cos power 4a minus sin power 4a, I can write it to be equals to cos square a plus sin square a, okay, into cos square a minus sin square a. Is it correct? A square minus b square, I can write it as a plus b into a minus b. So we know that this value of this particular expression will be equals to just 1. Value of this expression is 1. So this is equals to, it reduced to a very simple formula, that is cos square a minus sin square a, and we know this to be equals to just cos 2a. This is equals to cos 2a, right? So therefore the value of a will be equals to, value of a is nothing but cos 2a. Okay, so therefore 1 minus a divided by 1 plus a will be equals to 1 minus cos 2a divided by 1 plus cos 2a. What is 1 minus cos 2a? So 1 minus cos 2a is nothing but 2 sine square a, and what is 1 plus cos 2a is nothing but 2 cos square a, right? I hope you know this formula. 1 minus cos 2a is nothing but 2 sine square a, and 1 plus cos 2a is 2. How did you get that? So we got that using this one, that is cos 2a is nothing but, we have three formulas. One is cos square a minus sine square a, and the other things are 1 minus 2 into sine square a, and the other thing is 2 cos square a minus 1. We have three formulas, right? So we have three formulas. So therefore using this I am getting this. So 2 gets cancelled, so this will be equals to just tan square e. Is that okay? So option A is correct. If any doubts, if you have, please tell me. Okay. Yes. So we'll go on to the next question. So Abhi is telling that thank you for the mock test. Yeah, so welcome. So please attend mock tests more and more, and please come to the live classes. Okay, and please like the videos and even share the videos and subscribe our channel. Yes. Now let's move for question number 34. One more interesting question. Question number 34. Add a page. I added a page, so let me paste here. Yes. Cos 42 plus cos 78 plus cos 162 is equals to dash. How to do this problem? See, whatever the things you are doing is in this one, trigonometry is the cos x plus cos y formula is very, very important. Okay, so please note that formula is very important for solving the problems. Okay, so we know that cos x plus cos y will be equals to 2 cos of x plus y by 2 into cos of x minus y by 2. Is that correct? We know this formula. So I am applying that for the first two terms. For first two terms I am applying that. So cos 42 plus cos 78, what I am going to write is this will be equals to 2 times cos of x plus y, 42 plus 78 by 2. So that is 42 plus 78 will be equals to 42 plus 78 will be equals to 0, 1, 7 plus 4 is 11, 120 divided by 2, so that is 60. This is equals to just 60. So I am writing this to be 60 into cos of x minus y by 2, that is 42 minus 78. So what is 42 minus 78 by 2? So this will be equals to, just do 6, and 7 minus 4 is 3. This is minus 36 by 2, right? This is just minus 36 by 2, so this is equals to minus 18. Cos of minus theta is same as cos theta, so no problem with that. This is just cos 18, right? So cos of 42 plus cos 78 will be equals to 2. So this is nothing but 2 into cos 60 is, we know it to be 1 by 2. 2 into 1 by 2 into cos 18. So this is equals to cos 18. This is equals to cos 18, right? Now we need to add this term also now. So we will add cos 18 with the cos 162. So what is cos 162? Can you see this? We don't need to add this. We have a very simple thing. What is cos 162 equals to? Cos 162 will be equals to cos of 180 minus cos of 180 minus 62. Is it correct? Why this is happening? Because cos of 180 minus theta will be equals to minus cos theta, right? So therefore cos of 162 will be equals to take this minus. So to take this minus out, so what I am going to do is I'm adjusting one more minus here, right? So therefore cos of 162 will be equals to minus cos of 180 minus 62, that is nothing but minus cos 18. So therefore ultimately what we are going to do is we are adding cos 18 minus cos 18. So ultimately we are getting the answer to be equals to 0. So option C is correct. Is that okay? So this is the catch. Cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So we have to apply it here. Any doubts? Any other doubts? Okay, fine. So we will move on to the next question now. Okay, this is fine. We will move on to the next question. We have solved question number 34. So we will go to question number 40. Quite interesting question. Question number 40. I copied this. Yeah, so I'll add one more page here. Yes. Sin x plus sin y is equals to 1 by 4 and sin x minus sin y is equals to 1 by 4. So which implies what is the value of 4 cot of x minus y by 2? What is the value of this particular expression? So what to do here? Once again, it's very important to Praneeth Ganesh is asking me for 46th question and Nishant is asking for 39th and 30th question. Okay. So can I solve this question and later can I solve that? I think there is no much more time. So I think yeah. So I'll solve the 46th question now. Okay. Yes, Praneeth Ganesh, the 46th question. If a square plus b square plus c square is equals to 8r square, then the triangle is. So that is a property. Okay. It's a very simple question. So it is a right angle triangle. Okay. It's a property of the it comes in the properties of triangles. Okay. So that is a basic this one. So it is equals to right angle triangle. Okay. So 39th and 30th question. Let's see. See, 39 questions looks very complicated, right? What you can do is you can just substitute the values and you can see. Just substitute the values of different values for A and B. So you'll get you'll get the answers there. Okay. So you can substitute the value of A to B. Otherwise, the calculation might be lengthy. Okay. You can just substitute the values for A as well as B. Different values of A and B. You will get the answer. So answer for 39th question will be equals to option C. Option C you will be getting. Okay, you can put value of A to be equals to say pi by 4 and value of B to be equals to once again pi by 4. You can put and check because you will get the you will get the value. Option C you will get. Is that okay, Nishant? Yes. So question number 30. Question number 30, yes. So 1 minus sin square x by 1 plus cos x plus 1 plus cos x by sin x minus sin x by 1 minus cos x is equals to, okay. So this is we can do it. This is quite easy. Yes. So what we can do is here. So 1 minus this particular expression sin square x. I'll keep it as it is. Okay. Sin square x I can write it as, I can convert it into, this will be 4 sin square x by 2 into cos square x by 2 divided by 1 plus cos x. I can write it as, that is 2 into cos square x by 2, right? So 1 plus cos x will be 2 into cos square x by 2 plus once again 1 plus cos x I can write it as 2 into cos square x by 2 divided by sin x I can write as 2 into sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. Okay, so minus once again sin x by 1 minus cos x I can write as 2 into sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 divided by 1 minus cos x I can write it as 2 into sin square x by 2. Just solve this, you will get the answer. So this will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2 2s are, right? So cos x cancel, this gets cancels, right? Okay. So this 2 will get cancelled, this will get cancelled. So we will be getting the answer to be equals to 1 minus 2 into sin square x by 2 plus this is cot x by 2 minus cot x by 2. So this get cancels. So this will be equals 1 minus 2 in sin square x by 2 is nothing but equals to cos x. So option B is correct. Is that okay? Yes. So it's time. Okay. So the next section will be taken by Ganesh Shastri. It is a biology, this one. Okay. That's what. So please attend our mock tests. Don't miss the mock tests, and like, share, and subscribe the videos. Is that okay?
to first. Hello students, this is Professor Ganesh. We are going to discuss CET questions today. Okay, so there are 60 questions. I hope you are aware of CFAL Test Series. So every day there will be 2 tests, either part tests or full tests. So full schedule is mentioned in our website cfalindia.com. In evening both papers will be discussed here in live YouTube. You can register for the test in our website. Link will be given in the description. So whenever you get opportunity to like you want to see the classes, so classes will be available live. So thank you. So we are going to discuss questions now. So we have 60 questions, one by one in detail we are going to discuss now. So first question you can see on the screen there. Which of the following has proved helpful in preserving pollen as fossils? If you look at these questions looks very simple, but before we come to conclusion that which option is correct, we will also give justification why remaining 3 options are wrong, isn't it? So that is very important. So we are going to discuss now the first question. Which of the following has proved helpful in preserving pollen as fossils? So if you look at the first option there, pollen kit, definitely pollen kit will be wrong answer, because pollen kit is possessed by members of family Brassicaceae. Brassica family means mustard family, where cabbage, broccoli, all that belongs to Brassicaceae family. So where I'm going to write here Brassicaceae family or mustard family, where these are angiosperms. Angiosperms is flowering plants we are talking about. Flowering plants. So in flowering plants, many pollen grains in a bunch, like a kit, that is what we call pollen kit. They are sticky. Pollen grains are sticky. So usually anemophily means what we say. Anemophily means, I am going to write here. Let us go to the word anemophily. You can see the screen there. There are different types of pollination. Anemophily, or we are going to discuss one more word, zoophily. So anemophily is wind pollination, pollination by wind, but that is not applicable here with the pollen kit, if you are thinking, because pollen grains are not dry here. Pollen grains are sticky, so it cannot be carried by wind. It cannot be carried through wind. So zoophily will be applicable. Zoophily, zoo means animals. Phily means pollination they are talking about, through agents. Animals through agents. Animals are the agents here. So animal through animals. So zoophily. So pollen kit will be wrong answer, because see, just now I discussed what question they have asked here is which of the following has proved useful in preserving pollen as fossils. So for preserving something as fossils, so it should not deteriorate over time period, like it should remain for a longer period, for millions of years it should remain as it is. But pollen kit is temporary, like it will be only seasonal when Brassicaceae family members, flowering plants, when they produce flowers, that too they are seasonal flowers, only in one particular season in a year it is produced, so it is temporary. But this temporary pollen kit cannot be kept for a longer period, so definitely pollen kit will be a wrong answer. Then cellulosic intine, if you remember, pollen grain structure, if you remember, pollen grain will be having 2 layers. The outer layer is called exine, which is tough material which contains chemical called sporopollenin, which is toughest material. Sporopollenin is a chemical which cannot be degraded by acids or bases, or what we call alkali or bases. Even with the acids or with the enzymes also it cannot be degraded, so which is a tough material. But here in this option they are talking about inner layer, that is intine. Intine is smooth layer, so if the smooth layer is temporary, it cannot be kept for a longer period because the smooth layer produces pollen tube, so it is soft. But sporopollenin is tough material, it cannot be penetrated. Then you may ask how pollen tube comes out then. Pollen tube comes out because of the pores or holes present there, that is called germ pores. So through that germ pores pollen tube comes out. Pollen tube cannot penetrate this sporopollenin, which is the toughest chemical present there. It cannot be even degraded by acids. So option B or option 2 is also wrong answer, because intine is a smooth layer, but they are talking about preserving the pollen grain for a longer period, so definitely cellulosic intine is also wrong answer. So option C, if you see sporopollenin, this is correct. Just now we discussed, if you look at that picture, what we have seen, just a minute. Okay, if we look at the picture what we have seen just now, pollen grain structure, where outer layer of pollen grain, what we call exine there, tough material. So this tough material will not be degraded by even acids also, so it can be kept for a longer period. So you will see pollen grains which is preserved for millions of years. So pollen grain can be kept for a longer period, even for hundreds or thousands of years, because sporopollenin is a toughest chemical, so which makes pollen grain survive for a longer period, even for millions of years. So definitely option C for question number 1, option C should be correct. Option C is correct. Let us see why option D is wrong. They are talking about oil content. If you see the oil content of pollen grains, it is oil content of pollen grain is 1 to 13%, but it contains proteins 60% proteins it contains. So oil content will not help pollen grains to survive for a longer period, because oil can be, it can evaporate over a period. Okay, it can deteriorate over a short period, or it may remain for some months only, but it cannot be kept for a longer period. So the correct option should be option C, sporopollenin. Yes. Okay, so we are going to discuss now second question, that is employment of hereditary principles in the improvement of human race is. So they have given 4 options here. These 4 options, see, when we get such questions and when we see such words, we get to learn so many things. Like some students might not be heard like what is eugenics, euphenics and all, and even ethnology. So let us discuss one by one now. Okay, so first word, that is euthenics. So if we look at euthenics, it is the euthenics, eugenics, euphenics, all these are branches of genetics, where we discuss about genes, study of genes, and principles of inheritance. You know that word inheritance means a transfer of characters from one generation to other generation, or from parents to offsprings. Characters will be transferred through genes, through genetic material DNA. That is the branch where we study genes, that is genetics. So under genetics we see all these branches. That is euthenics is a branch of genetics where we discuss about improvement of health and living standards of human race. We increase the living standards of human race, or we improve health of human race. That branch of genetics we call euthenics. You can note down, I repeat, euthenics. First what you see there on the screen, euthenics. Yes, euthenics, that is improvement of human health and living standards of human race. So definitely this cannot be correct answer, because employment of hereditary principles in the improvement of human race. Here improvement means what they are talking about, that is eugenics, because the word eugenics is a branch of genetics where we discuss about good genes. Eugenics means what, it's a branch of genetics, very interesting, where we talk about good genes. Good genes meaning, in our country, this eugenics believes that in our country only intelligent people having good genes should be given chance to reproduce. It might look like a joke for you, but it is a branch of biology where in eugenics we are discussing about good genes, that is marriage between two intellectual people, like two intelligent people, one who is having very high IQ level, those should be allowed to reproduce, like male and female. Okay, while arranging marriage, you should see intellectual or intelligence of that person. That is what eugenics speaks. Like, I'll give you an example, like great scientists in our country, like for example APJ Abdul Kalam. So he was a bachelor, so eugenics says his good genes, what he had, he's an intelligent person, he's a scientist, his genes got wasted because he did not marry. So if he marries someone who is intellectual or intelligent, his genes will be transferred to his offspring, son or daughter, so that his good genes, what he has, okay, genes responsible for that IQ level, will be transferred to next generation. So that is what we call about improvement of human race. Like eugenics believes in, like, if only intellectual people are there in a country, then you can have a better country. That is what they are saying. And here like religion, caste, all that is not considered, because they only talk about good genes or intellectual people. Intellectual people may belong to any religion or any caste. So this is a branch of genetics where they support marriage between two religion, two castes, two different castes, so that only good genes should be transferred to next generation. Now what is happening in the society at present is same caste people are getting married to same caste, so that same gene pool means they are having similar kind of genes will be passed on to next generation. So eugenics supports mating between or marriage between two different races or people from two different countries, so that they can have mixture of good genes. So in eugenics we talk about good genes or improvement of human race by having good genes. So the option B should be correct. Yes. Then what about option C, that is euphenics? Euphenics, that is theory of improving phenotype of human race. Phenotype means external features, what we say morphology. Like when you look at the person, how he looks like, what is his external features, okay, whether he is tall or he is fair or he is dark, that is phenotype. Phenotype means external features. When you look at the person, what all things you can see. Like when you look at the plant, what all things you can see. So that is the external features. Okay, so improving phenotype of the individual. See, I look like this. How to make myself more attractive, or I want to make my hair texture smooth. So how to do that? By having good genes, or how to improve my genes so that I can have better external features. How to look better. Like I'll give you example. Nowadays film stars, okay, film actors or actress, they are not happy with their structure of nose, so they want to have a Roman nose, okay, like Hrithik Roshan, Roman nose or sharp pointed nose. So through surgery they will alter their nose so that they look better. Like so many have undergone cosmetic surgery or plastic surgery, where they will change or alter their face structure, okay, or lips, Okay, so lips surgery they will do, or else liposuction. Liposuction means fat content, extra fat content of the body will be removed so that they look lean or thin. So all this is improving how to make how to make human beings better with respect to external features, how to look good. So that is euphony. So definitely this is also wrong. Then next, fourth option is also wrong, that is ethnology, because ethnology is studying characteristics of living organisms or studying difference between two different individuals. Like if you compare me with you, we both have different characters because we have differences. Okay, so I might be tall, you might be a dwarf, so someone might be at the medium height, so we have differences. Okay, so that studying that differences between the people, that is what we call ethnology. So definitely the question, employment of means applying hereditary principles of genetics in the improvement of human race, how to make humans better, that is with respect to genes, internally how to make persons better, that is option B. Option B should be correct answer. Yes. Then let us discuss question number 3. Question number 3, taxonomy without phylogeny. What is that word taxonomy? Taxon means group. You know this word. I am going to write here now. Yes, word taxon refers to group. So taxonomy means what then? Taxonomy is process of grouping, or you can also call classification, process of making groups or process of making classes, classification. Okay, so taxonomy. What is phylogeny then? Word phylogeny refers to studying evolutionary relationships. Evolutionary relationships. Okay, so studying evolutionary relationships is called phylogeny. Like there is a classification called phylogenetic classification, meaning evolutionary relationship means present animals, what relation they have with their ancestors. Okay, that is what we call phylogeny. At present, if you see the textbook, NCERT textbook, if you see, like for example chapter plant kingdom, they arrange group of plants as per their evolutionary relationship. Evolutionary relationship means which plants came first on earth during the course of evolution, which plants came first on earth, that should be kept first. So which came last or recent ones should be kept last. So you are arranging group of plants or animals according to systematic arrangement. Okay, so phylogeny means, like for example in plant kingdom, first there is algae given there. See, I am going to write algae. After that they have given bryophytes, then they have given pteridophytes, then comes gymnosperms, okay, then angiosperms meaning flowering plants. Why they have arranged all these in this order only? That is because algae came first on earth, then bryophytes came, then pteridophytes, then gymnosperms, then angiosperms. So angiosperms are the latest ones. So why they have arranged in this order? Now you may ask, why can't we learn angiosperms first? If you learn angiosperm first, it becomes wrong classification, because phylogeny means which plants came on earth first, that should be kept first. Then which came last should be kept at last. Okay. So systematically one after the other evolution you should consider. So if we look at that question, what he said, taxonomy means classification. Just look at the question. He says taxonomy without phylogeny means classification without considering ancestral relationship is similar to bones without flesh. That means classification should be done by considering its ancestral relationships. Like while classifying any plant or any animal, you should relate that particular organism with their ancestors or previous organisms. Then only you can classify. That is what the scientist is saying. So who said this? This is a statement of which scientist they are saying. So Oswald Tippo is completely wrong, because Tippo is a scientist. Okay, so let us know more about Oswald Tippo. Okay, he is a taxonomist. He used to classify plants in 1942. Okay, 1942. I'm going to write about Tippo. Yes, you can see here. Oswald Tippo. In 1942, he has classified plants. He has classified plants into two categories. One is Thallophyta, other one is Embryophyta. Okay, the Thallophyta means they are talking about, thallus means leaf-like structure. There is no embryo. There is no embryo there. Like for example, algae has thallus, leaf-like structure, but not leaf. Algae has leaf-like structure called thallus. Even bryophytes also have leaf-like structure called thallus. Okay, so all these are thallophytes. Word phyta refers to plants, So plants with thallus. Embryophyta means he is talking about the plants which contain embryo, which produces seed. Like pteridophytes contain embryo, but seed is not there in pteridophytes, but embryo is produced. That's why we say seed habit started for the first time in pteridophytes. Then pteridophytes are embryophytes because they produce embryo, but embryo doesn't produce seed. Gymnosperms produce seed but no fruits. Then angiosperms produce seed and also fruit. So pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms are embryophytes. So Tippo has classified plants into Thallophyta and Embryophyta. Okay, so he cannot be correct because he did not explain about phylogenetic relationship at all. Okay, he did not mention phylogenetic relationship at all. So Oswald Tippo is a wrong answer there. Okay, so let us see next option, that is I think Hutchinson given there. Yes, so next option is John Hutchinson. So if we talk about John Hutchinson there, okay, he classified angiosperms. He classified angiosperms or flowering plants. So he is related to plant taxonomy. Even Hutchinson also did not mention about phylogeny or phylogenetic classification. Okay, so John Hutchinson is wrong option. Then Tactagen, his complete name is, full name is Armand Tactagen. So he has mentioned about phylogeny or evolutionary relationships of the organism. So the option C, Tactagen, should be correct. Then Bentham and Hooker is wrong because their full name is George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. They have given natural system of classification. George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. So very famous Bentham and Hooker's classification. It is called natural classification. But George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker did not mention about phylogeny. So if you remember, there were majorly three classifications, where first classification is called artificial classification, which is given by Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus, father of taxonomy. He just mentioned about morphology or external features of the plants, okay, or andration structure or stamen structure, but he did not consider internal structure of the plant. So this artificial system of classification also failed to convince people because internal structure or anatomy of the plant is not considered. The natural system of classification by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker That also failed to convince people because they considered both external features and internal structures. They took cross section of the plant, anatomy also they studied, but they did not consider ancestral relationships or evolutionary relationships of the organisms. So phylogeny was not at all considered. So George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker is also wrong answer. So that is why for question number 3, the correct explanation about phylogenetic classification is given by option C, that is Tagen is correct. Okay. Somebody there, I mean, if I look at the comments there, okay. So next question we are going to discuss now, that is question number 4. The contrasting characters generally in a pair used for identification of animals in taxonomy key are referred as. If you remember what is key there, key is a scheme of identification. It is one of the taxonomic aid. One of the taxonomic aid, key. Is a taxonomic aid, or it is a scheme of identification. What we do here in key, we ask questions. By asking questions, we will find out which animal or which plant or which insect it is. This is same like we used to play a game where I'll keep one person or one animal in my mind. Okay, I'll not tell you which animal or which person he is. You have to ask question, and I will answer only yes or no. Like for example, in my mind, I have one person. Like I have kept a person Amitabh Bachchan in my mind. Okay, but I will not tell you because I have imagined that person in my mind. So you have to get that answer what I have imagined. So what questions usually you will ask? You will ask whether that person is in politics. Then I will say no. Okay, because Amitabh Bachchan is not in politics. If I say, then you will ask whether he's a sports person. I'll answer no, because Amitabh Bachchan is not in sports. Then you will ask whether he's a film actor. Then I should say yes, but I will not tell a name of that film actor. You have to guess. Then you will ask whether he's old or recent one, or recently acted in movies. Then when you ask whether he's old, then I'll say yes. Then you may ask like whether he's more than 60 years. Yes. Whether his first name starts with the letter A, then I'll say yes. Then you will ask whether he's very tall. Okay, even his son is also acted in movies, then I'll say yes. Then you may say that person is Amitabh Bachchan. So you have guessed that person by asking questions. So here, suppose I have one animal in my mind. Okay, you have to guess which animal it is. Then you will keep asking questions. Okay, like you may ask question whether it's an insect or it is a mammal, it is reptile. You can ask question. Then under reptiles there are many animals. So you should ask and get hints so that at last you will get the answer. Like for example, you will, after asking 15 or 16 questions, you will end up with 2 animals. You have doubt between 2 animals. Like you may ask last question now so that you will get the correct answer. That is, you may ask question like whether it can fly. If it can fly, it is bat. If it cannot fly, then it is rat. Because rat and bat, if you see the morphology or external features, they almost look same, but they are almost similar. But rats or mice doesn't have wings, but bats have wings. So by asking questions you will come to know. Okay, at last, you have to ask several questions. At last you will come to know which animal it is. That is what we call key. It is a scheme of identification, means series of questions you have to ask so that you will come to know which particular animal it is. Till that it will be like a secret. So they are asking in this key. So what is that questions asked will be called as? Each questions asked will be called as couplet. Why it is called couplet? Because couple means 2 members should be there. couplet because one question contains two questions there. It's like a hybrid question. Like I'll ask now, did you go or you didn't go? So it has two questions. Did you go is one question, or you didn't go is another question. Like you may ask like that. So it has two questions. So it is called couplet. So option C, couplet, should be correct. Okay. So it cannot be alternate. Alternate means like Monday, if you consider Monday in a week, Monday, then Tuesday you should not do that, then Wednesday you should do. That is alternate days, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so alternate. So that is nowhere this word is related to this particular taxonomic aid key. So option A is wrong. Then lead, they are talking about lead. Lead is related to key, but lead is what, like hints, or every question what you ask there. Okay, every question you ask so that you get hints. So lead means it leads to final answer. Okay, it leads to that final animal. So you can derive name of that animal based on these leads. But the leads is nothing but a question, but it contains two questions. So couplet should be correct. So it cannot be doublet, because here doublet word is used in microtubules. If you remember chapter cell, okay, cell chapter, or cell division, if you remember, there we discuss microtubules, 9+1 arrangement, where in microtubules you will see inter-doublet bridge and doublets. Okay, microtubules will be 2 in number, like in a pair, they are called doublets. So this is also wrong. So correct option should be option C, couplet. Yes. Next question, fifth question. 5 kingdom classification suggested by R.H. Whittaker is not based on. If you remember, in 1969, R.H. Whittaker classified all the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. That is, first one is kingdom Monera, then kingdom Protista, then kingdom Mycota or fungi, kingdom Plantae or Metaphyta, then kingdom Animalia. See, I am going to write here now. First kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera includes bacteria. All bacteria come under kingdom Monera, plus smallest living organism known to man. You know this, that is Mycoplasma. Okay, earlier it was called PPLO, that is Pleuropneumonia-like organisms. The latest naming is Mycoplasma. This is the smallest living organism known to man. Like now you may ask, then what about virus? Virus is smaller than Mycoplasma, but virus is not considered completely as living organism, because virus has properties of both living and non-living. Then you may ask how, like when virus is outside the body, it is like a particles, or it is like a non-living entity. Okay, but when it enters the living organism, it uses the metabolism of that living organism. Like for example, if virus enters my body, it will use metabolism of my body and it will be living. So it doesn't have its own metabolism. It depends on metabolism of the host. Okay, so virus is both living and non-living. So Mycoplasma is considered smallest living organism known to man. So Mycoplasma and bacteria comes under Monera, and Monera is prokaryotic. You know this word prokaryotic means. Pro means primitive or first formed. Karyon means nucleus. So like bacteria, if you consider, it has a naked DNA, like DNA is completely spreaded. There is no nuclear membrane. Nucleus is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Yes, this is first kingdom. Then second kingdom is Protista, which includes single-celled organisms, which is eukaryotic. So only Monera is prokaryotic. Remaining 4 kingdoms are eukaryotic. So now we will derive correct answer. Protista, then under Protista there are 5 classes, if you remember: chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoans. Then third kingdom is kingdom Mycota or kingdom fungi. Then fourth kingdom is kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae is also called kingdom Metaphyta. And fifth one is kingdom Animalia, that is also called kingdom Metazoa. The word phyta means plant, zoa or zoo means animals. So on what basis R.H. Whittaker has classified these 5 kingdoms? If you see, let us go to the question now. I think I am going to depth of every question, so it is taking much time. So, but remember, what is important is not discussing many questions, but one particular question you have to discuss in detail so that you get a knowledge about that particular question. So, like, it is not important like how many questions you solve in a day, but what is important is what is your approach in solving that question. Like, you should think like me. That is what we are saying. That is an approach. Okay, so before you come to conclusion that this particular option is correct, you have to give reason or justification why remaining 3 options are wrong. So you will have to explain remaining 3 options also why it is wrong. So okay, so 5 kingdom classification suggested by R.H. Whittaker is not based on, they are saying, what is not considered there. Mode of reproduction. Mode of reproduction is considered. Yes, mode of reproduction is considered because if you remember the table given in the NCERT textbook, there depending on the type of reproduction they have mentioned, but type of reproduction is not at all mentioned there. Mode of nutrition is mentioned, whether they are autotrophic or heterotrophic or holozoic, okay, photosynthetically autotrophic or chemosynthetically autotrophic, or they are coprophilous. Coprophilous means animals living on dung of the animal, like bacteria lives in the cow dung, that is methanogenic bacteria. Okay, so whether it is holozoic or parasitic, saprophytic. Saprophytic means the bacteria or animals which live on dead and decaying organic matter, dead plants or dead animals they eat. Okay, so whether it is parasitic, all that is mode of nutrition. That is there in the classification. Complexity of the body organism is also there in the table, where whether it is cellular level body organization, whether they contain only cells, or tissue level body organization, or organ level or organ system level. So this is there in the classification. This is there in the classification. Then mode of nutrition, mode of reproduction is not there actually, but presence of well-defined nucleus is mentioned there. If you see the presence of well-defined nucleus is not there, that's why Monera is prokaryotic, remaining are eukaryotic. So this is also there, but mode of reproduction is not mentioned. So this should be correct. Option B should be correct option. Okay, option B should be correct option. Then because they have mentioned nuclear membrane there in the table, so that means option A cannot be correct. So option B, which is not based on, so option B should be correct. Next, archaebacteria differ from eubacteria in, if you remember, bacteria which belong to kingdom Monera are classified into 2 groups, archaebacteria and eubacteria. Archaebacteria can survive in extreme climatic conditions, like there are methanogenic bacteria which produces biogas. Okay, then there are thermoacidophiles. You can recall textbook. Thermoacidophiles meaning bacteria, archaebacteria which lives in hot springs, 100 degree Celsius boiling water, also it can survive. Thermoacidophiles. Then halophiles are there. That is, halophiles means they can survive in saline or salty water or salty soil. So archaebacteria differs from eubacteria. And why archaebacteria can survive in extreme climatic condition? And archaebacteria is considered as our first ancestor, because archaebacteria used to survive without oxygen also. So they had a tough cell membrane, so that they had that ability to tolerate extreme climatic conditions. So they differ from eubacteria, like cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, all that belongs to nostoc, anabena, all that belongs to eubacteria. Eu means true, true bacteria. Archaebacteria is special bacteria which can survive in extreme climatic condition. Now, why archaebacteria got that special ability? Because of presence of cell membrane. So cell membrane should be correct option. So it cannot be mode of nutrition, because mode of nutrition is almost same in both archaebacteria and eubacteria. That's a general character of bacteria. Okay, so this cannot be correct. Cell shape. Based on the shape of the bacteria, there are 4 types of bacteria. If you remember, if suppose bacteria are round in shape, they are called cocci or coccus. plural singular. If many are there, cocci. If single, then it is coccus. Then if they are rod shaped, they are called bacillus. If they are spiral like the spirillum or spirilla, then if they are comma shaped, like this, they are called vibrio. Like bacteria which causes cholera, we call vibrio cholerae. Yes. Okay, so it cannot be cell shaped. So mode of reproduction, where asexual method is also there, where binary fission occurs in bacteria. Then sexual reproduction, there are three methods of sexual reproduction in bacteria. That is common for both archaebacteria and eubacteria. Let us see sexual reproduction in bacteria. There are three methods of sexual reproduction. First one is called conjugation. Conjugation meaning there are two bacteria here. One tube-like structure is produced between two bacteria, that is called conjugation tube. So that DNA, genetic material present in one bacteria is transferred to other bacteria through the tube, through this tube. Okay, so that is called conjugation. Then second type of sexual reproduction in bacteria is called transduction. Transduction you have learnt in second PUC, molecular basis of inheritance chapter, where Hershey and Chase experiment you have learnt, where bacteriophage, what is that? Bacteriophage transfers its DNA to bacteria. It delivers its DNA to bacteria, that is transduction. So transfer of genetic material from bacteriophage to bacteria, that is transduction. Then third type is transformation. This you know very well because you have learnt Griffith's experiment. Griffith will inject bacteria to mice, then he will check whether mice dies or it survives. So transformation, that is, he says non-virulent, or the bacteria which doesn't cause disease caused disease because gene is transferred from heat killed bacteria to live bacteria. So virulent, like R strain and S strain, if you remember, their transformation, that is transfer of genetic material from one bacteria to other bacteria, and that DNA will change the character of that bacteria. So these are the three types of sexual reproduction in bacteria, but this is nowhere related to this particular question, so this option also should be wrong. Okay, next question we will discuss. Question number 7. African sleeping sickness is due to. See, don't see how many questions we discuss. Like you might be thinking, I am going very slowly, I am going to depth of every question in detail. That is required because that is how you should think for the question. Your approach should be like that. Okay, so African sleeping sickness is due to. You know, African sleeping sickness is caused because of trypanosoma, and trypanosoma is a genera. Trypanosoma has many species. Okay, so let us see one by one now. Options. Sleeping sickness, African sleeping sickness is due to. Options. First option, Plasmodium vivax. You know that Plasmodium vivax causes malaria. So this is wrong because they have asked sleeping sickness. Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium malariae. These are the three species which causes malaria. You know this. You have learnt in chapter Human Health and Diseases. So this is wrong option. Then Trypanosoma leavi. Trypanosoma leavi transmitted by bedbug. Trypanosoma leavi infects rodents like mice, that is rat and kangaroo in America. So this is also wrong. So it doesn't infect humans, but sleeping sickness is for human beings. Trypanosoma leavi causes, it infects rat or mice and kangaroo. Okay, this is usually widespread in America and Australia. So, but this is not for humans. This is for rodents. Then Trypanosoma gambiense transmitted by Glossina palpalis. This is correct option because Trypanosoma gambians is the organism which it's a protozoan which causes sleeping sickness in humans, and vector used for this disease. Vector means the animal which transmits or transfers disease from infected person to infected animal to healthy animal. So what is Glossina palpalis? That is the scientific name of tick fly, or it is also called tsetse fly. See, I am going to write here. Tsetse fly, or it is also called tick fly. Insect, okay, which is a vector which transfers this protozoa Trypanosoma gambians from infected person to a healthy person, and it spreads sleeping sickness from one person to other. So this is correct option. Then Entamoeba gingivalis spread by housefly. Entamoeba gingivalis, it infects mouth, oral cavity or mouth where in between the teeth. That is called gingivalis area in the mouth, oral cavity. So definitely this doesn't cause sleeping sickness. So this is also wrong option. So correct option is option C. Yes. Next question. Which one of the following fungi contains hallucinogens? You know what are hallucinogens? Some of the drugs have these properties. That is hallucinogenic property, meaning is what like reality is different and what you think is different, because this is like false imagination, hallucination. So when somebody takes hallucinogenic drugs, so which of this fungus has hallucinogens? That means you are not supposed to consume this fungus. Morchella esculenta is wrong option, because Morchella esculenta is nothing but morels. 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 These are edible. They are like mushrooms. They almost look like mushrooms. They are called morels. So like if you go to 5-star hotels, you will find dishes made by morels. Okay, they look like mushrooms. They are edible. You can eat them. So they are not hallucinogenic. Okay, they don't cause any hallucinogenic effect. But option B, Amanita muscaria, definitely causes hallucinogenic properties, because Amanita muscaria, some of these species are poisonous. So what our ancestors used to do when they prepare any dish made from mushroom, they used to feed it to animals first. Like they used to give it to dogs first. If that dog survives, then they used to eat. So because they didn't had any parameters to check whether they are poisonous mushrooms or they are edible. But some of the members are edible and some of the members are hallucinogenic. So definitely option B, Amanita muscaria, should be correct answer. Option C, Neurospora species, should be wrong, because Neurospora, you have learned, Neurospora is a fungi which is extensively used in genetics. So geneticists use Neurospora for study of genes. So this is also wrong, because this doesn't produce hallucinogenic property. Then Ustilago is also wrong, because Ustilago is which causes smut disease. So disease causing fungi we don't eat. So definitely they are not edible and they don't cause any hallucinogenic properties. So correct option should be option B. So we are running out of time because we have to discuss only 16 minutes. We are restricted. So don't see now how many questions we discussed. Like you may say only some 10 questions or 12 questions we discussed, but that is not important. Your approach for solving the question is important. Like whether you solve 10 questions or 100 questions, that doesn't matter. What is important is what is the approach in solving that question and how to think about that particular option. And before come to conclusion that one particular option is correct, you have to also give justification why remaining 3 options are wrong. So you should give reason why remaining 3 options are wrong. Then only you can justify why particular answer is correct. So that is what we have done. We have discussed each option in detail so that you got a lot of knowledge about one particular word given as an option there. So you have to think about or go about one particular question in detail. So another 5 minutes we are going to discuss, so only one or two questions we can discuss now. Next question, question number 9. Mad cow disease in cattle is caused by an organism which has, you remember mad cow's disease, it is also called BSE, that is bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Okay, so that is called mad cow's disease in humans. In cattle or that's cow or buffalo, that in cattle it is called CJD, Creutzfeldt Jacobs disease. So that is mad cow disease is caused because of what? It is caused because of prions. Prions cause this, that is infectious proteinaceous material. What it has, that prions contain what? It contains options: free DNA without protein coat, or inert crystalline structure, or abnormally folded protein, or free RNA without protein coat. So the correct option should be abnormally folded proteins, because prions have abnormally folded proteins. Okay, that's why they are the infectious proteinaceous material we say. Prions are nothing but proteins which cause disease. Proteins cause disease in humans and other animals. So that is because they are not normal proteins, they are abnormally folded proteins. Normal proteins doesn't cause any disease, because we have normal proteins in our body, so it doesn't cause disease to us. But abnormally folded protein present in prions can be infectious, which can cause disease. So it should be option C. So remaining options are definitely wrong. Yes. So last question we are going to discuss now, that is question number 10. There exists a close association between alga and the fungus within a lichen, where lichen is a mixture of algae and fungus. Like they have a mutual benefit. Mutual benefit means both are benefited. That is called symbiosis. You know this word, you are familiar with this word. Mutual benefit meaning here, algae is green, photosynthetic, it can prepare its food. Lichen means it is partially it is algae and partially it is fungus. So if you think one part is algae, one part is fungus. Algae is green, they have chlorophyll pigment, so they prepare their food by photosynthesis, and that ready-made food algae gives it to fungus. Why algae should give ready-made food to fungus? Because fungus is heterotrophic. They cannot prepare their own food because they don't have chlorophyll pigments. But fungus is very good at absorbing nutrients from the soil. So fungus is strong in absorbing nutrients from soil. So it will absorb nutrients and gives it to algae, because algae is very weak in absorbing nutrients. Because reason is, algae doesn't have roots. They have root-like structures called rhizoids. So they are weak in absorbing nutrients, but fungus is very strong in absorbing nutrients. So where both are benefited here. Okay, that is what they are talking about. So algae gives ready-made food to fungus. Fungus absorbs nutrients and gives it to algae. So both are benefited. So option, if you see here, so what they are saying, close relationship between algae and fungus. The fungus option provides protection and anchorage, provides food for the alga, fixes atmospheric nitrogen for the alga, releases oxygen for alga. So what should be correct option? It is provides protection and anchorage. Anchorage means support. They absorb nutrients and they act like a root system, and they support protection and nutrition. So it should be option A correct. Option B should be wrong, because provides food for the alga. Fungus cannot provide food because they don't have the ability to prepare food. They don't have chlorophyll pigment. So this is wrong. Option C is also wrong, because fixes atmospheric nitrogen for the alga. Fungus doesn't fix any nitrogen for the alga. It doesn't have the ability to absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere. So this is wrong. Then releases oxygen for the alga. Those plants only can release oxygen which undergoes photosynthesis. That is, algae can release oxygen because they undergo photosynthesis and they can release oxygen. But fungus cannot perform photosynthesis, so they cannot release oxygen. So correct option should be protection and support. Okay, so this is how we discussed each question in detail. Okay, we have gone to depth of a particular option in this every question. So I hope this was very useful for you. Even I request you to go through the question at least twice when you see the question in a NEET or CET. So when you get a CET question paper, read one particular question at least twice. Okay, so directly don't come to conclusion. Okay, so anyway, okay, so we'll meet again in the next session. So we are going to have many sessions in future. So tomorrow also we are having a session. So if you need more information, you should visit cfalindia.com. Okay, so that you will be we will be having live classes every day. So you can make use of it, so that this year's CET you can score very high marks. Okay, thank you. Okay, good night. Now it's 7 o'clock, so good night. Thank you.